You know, you're square, like my face is square, you know, my hair is fine. They put down the lane.
Your son is fine too.
Got a new lens, Coach.
He's secretly making a music video, but he's gonna ship it to New York.
What's the phone?
New son of Richmond. Yes, he is. Not really, hold on. Todd Thomas, 3-7.
Yeah. Hey Dave, you just got a call from NBC in Chicago?
Yeah.
They want you to come anchor their news for them.
I can't think of the last line.
Yeah, bring
Or you being here, what I'm saying is let all the extras go out there.
Yeah, I heard.
Sorry.
Or at least the fast rider.
But it's over. I know, for another year, thank God I'm going to do that.
But I thought.
Sir.
The other part of the airport thing, I'm telling you, man, we should get that off before Friday. You want to hold up for Friday.
Well, that's what we're saying, Rick.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's right.
Cause he,
The other guy yet, so I don't know when he's gonna be here.
okay. So you,
He has to be here when we have it. That's all part of the story.
Yeah.
We gotta have him here, and let him, and we gotta, does your friend in Cincinnati, can he get us clip?
on the movie we're talking about.
Find out where they're from.
Next Monday at 2 o'clock. And they'll be coming back. Then we'll
Minutes
get
15. Where's pitching on tape? So if you want to give me another, 10 or so, I'll put in that business about the newspaper.
Well, they're out of school. They were moving for the holidays. They don't even know the
Church houses a school.
There's a bilingual shoot Wednesday, and this is, I'm doing the movie tomorrow. If we are done,
Oh, yeah.
I can use it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Gail told me, yeah, you might as well get him tomorrow.
I asked him if it's okay if we can grab him while he's here, and he said fine, so I figure if we're just dying tomorrow, we'll go ahead and use him then.
I think Hill was gone the first or second week.
Do you really?
Talked to Dan Buffett today. Matter of time, we're too much time for that.
Okay, well.
Speaking of,
Day before flight. Yeah, so it's like, well, there's our fields. Well, David's with me when it happened. He's going, what's happening? You know, the heart rate goes up. You know.
What are you doing?
Just they're not a failure. Just don't happen. Somebody else, I'm going to do flyers.
Ignore me.
What's going on?
Have you heard of the movie Broadcast News?
Oh, I see.
Well, we are trying to do broadcast news too. So obviously the one that everybody's going to be interested in tonight is weather. Beats me.
Except Chicago.
Well, Chicago did sometime this evening. Weather accident was up on County Line Road, slick roadways, car flip. I don't know what car. I gotta say, because I called CPL and they told me it was 3 people.
Hey, Carol. They said, Carol, these are formats. You know, the wrong thing.
They wanted to know if we were
Scoop 24 is not on.
Yes, the answer is yes. We will go to the Super Bowl with them.
Is that we need? So what I've got on my note here.
Well, that's it.
More high school hoops tonight. I'd like to get 2 games, unless she has a commission meeting.
I'll try to get it done today.
That's what I told her. She has a commission meeting, won't be able to do that. Bucks. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
That's good, you get the big bucks. Right?
Dayton's best paid babysitter. Okay.
Well, let's talk about follow-ups and what do you...
Yeah, if girl.
Let's see. Richard comes on at 2. Morgan comes on at. We could bring him in late, but so I really just have to be that'd be the local game. Centerville.
Have him get with the sports people, though, before he goes up there so that they're pretty well for change. Yeah, look good.
The WLW this morning, there was going to be a meeting at 9:15 of the Bengals hierarchy. And they were speculating this morning, they were saying this morning that probably nothing would come out of this meeting.
Really got to even mention that. I guess if there's no word, he's got to mention it because that's all they were talking about on that game yesterday. Is there's a big meeting tomorrow? There's a big meeting. And anybody watching
Well,
the
they said
game?
it could come. That's right. They said it could
You're
come
gonna
as
wonder.
early as in the
Ben
morning.
Anderson said yesterday in the radio commentary, did you hear it? I was listening to him on radio.
Yeah.
Call for a late hit. If you hit him, it's about as hard as a Bengal line been hitting anybody all year. I'm going,
Mike?
Last night, I didn't see it. I'd like to look at it if I could.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to you.
Is that the one that shouted something?
Did you get your schedule?
Yeah, I did.
Looks
I
good.
haven't had, I've been working.
I was going to do the airport.
I got sheriff.
Good sheriff's doing UD.
Well, she just told me, she said I think tomorrow won't be no more than maybe a VOSOT. With the packages. What we have here, the market is.
What could you edit in the background?
Freeman.
You can ask them questions, but sometimes it takes a little time in the sheriff.
Churchland is where it is, I think. And I think that's Cope, C-O-P.
Thanks.
Hi.
Mike, that's not true. What? That's 7. Okay, don't forget your news update also.
This is still story in.
This is mass control working.
A surprise snowstorm that swept out of the Rockies has dropped up to 2 feet of snow north and west of us, and it closed airports in Denver and Chicago.
All those canceled flights caused big problems at Dayton.
What happened and tell you exactly what AccuWeather says is in store for us.
A costly fire hits 3 Springfield.
From our family to yours, have a very happy holiday season from all of us in the Taytone family and the Taytone family of car dealerships. Steve Taytone Buick GMC.
1 on a 2 shot.
8 p.m. Save $5 on the price.
Okay, you won't have to pull back on the air cameras.
Participating Dayton area Arby's locations. The whole family will enjoy Big River, presented by WHIO TV and Arby's.
Give the anchovies to Ken. Stand by to roll 30, coming out to 3 with 30 super and sound.
When Dayton meets Bradley, Wednesday at 7:30 on television.
Roll 30. Ready to to 2 with Don's mic only, ready to advance still store.
And I'm Don Wade.
Dissolve to 2, advance still store.
Holiday travelers
Stand by to roll
are being
23.
affected
Roll
by a
23, ready
winter
23, look for
storm
Nat
that
Sun
moved
under.
through the west.
We'll show you.
Forward sound.
is giving air travelers big air
And
travel.
take it out.
International
So
Airport
this
is
is
well
this piece,
prepared
about
to
10
meet
left,
any
stand
delays,
by,
and
ready
should we
1
have
with
any
Jim's
airport
mic.
closed.
Here we are.
University officials say they'll publish a special edition of the campus newspaper telling students where classes scheduled for St. Joseph will be held.
Much of the news lately is as the story.
Racial polarization.
I sense of how racial polarization goes forward.
Celeste places the blame squarely on President Reagan's shoulders. He says Reagan.
His civil rights
commission also. And
Brown knows you had a good
given rise to a sense that
What's in Dayton? But he says he will not intervene until someone asks him to. And so far, no one is asking.
It's 87 Friday morning.
All right.
Any decision out of Cincinnati?
Nothing yet,
Same
Jim,
Susan.
but we are expecting something next day or so. You know, the big question on the minds of Bengal fans today, will Paul Brown play it again? Season down in Houston yesterday, the Oilers
was found in a small creek right behind 3131 South Dixie Drive. Marine firefighters traced the spill.
Here he is. Give me the cassette.
All right.
And here's the tape. And here's the script.
Alrighty. File cone of Ox, or do I have it?
I don't know.
I think it's still back there.
Here's the script.
Alrighty.
Okay.
The helicopter shot like we were talking about, where you were going to say, where we go from the ground shot to the helicopter, you were going to say, even from Chopper 7, we can...
Broadcast news, the real story.
Half-hour thing?
No, it's a 2 or 3 part series.
I was home yesterday and it played through without a hitch at all. No.
Dayton's racial problems. I'm Don Wayne, inviting you to join the News Center and the CBS
Just ignore me.
Ignore you? Oh, okay.
Gino tell you that they keep it a secret.
It says it looks like the names are Ann and Rachel. Ian and Rachel.
Okay, we should.
We'll never make it!
Who has it? Gino has it. Okay, I'll check with Gino.
Off of it.
Snow? Hey, Gene? You got the 11 a.m.? Can I steal it real quick? I'll be bring it right back. Thank you. Hey, Hamlin?
We'll never make it! Pigs are here!
Someone's following you.
I know it. You don't know, my friend. Read them and weep.
Hope they charge you.
You can be a star.
Here, please.
I mean, this is your big chance. You'll be there.
TV people, because we are all...
I'm Ken Jefferson. The noon report is next from News Center 7.
I don't know if we're in the headlines or anything. We're not.
When the light comes through them and all the colors show up inside the nave area here, it's real beautiful.
In Charleston, South Carolina, at the Emmanuel AME Church, Tracy Savage, News Center 7.
An unusual funeral in Madison Township today that put local law authorities on alert. More than 300 bikers, members of the Outlaws, an international motorcycle gang, converged in Drexel to bury a longtime gang member. As News Center's Tracy Savage tells us, police were prepared for just about anything. Tracy, that had to be a very strange, different sight.
And to say the least, Deborah, you can't help but be intrigued by these gang members. They certainly lead a different life. A lot of them have felony records. Many carry weapons. For the police, the gathering made for some tense moments. For the curious, it's indeed something to see. The local residents line Route 35 just to catch a sight of it.
I just wanted to see them all together like that. I thought it'd be fascinating.
Drexel Parade. The Outlaws might not call it that. They're here to bury a fellow brother, Gary Elmers. They called him Big Mo. He died last week in South Dakota from injuries he suffered in a motorcycle accident. Big Mo was 44.
He had a lot of friends, and they respected him and stuff. And just a lot of people be out, show their respects to him.
They came from all over the country. Some even came down from Canada. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Department and other local police agencies were called in to work the funeral. The Outlaws have a reputation of being a dangerous biker gang.
A lot of them do have felony records, and we do take that in consideration anytime we handle anybody, not only the Outlaws, but if we know their past history and their background, it's definitely taken into consideration.
Things got particularly tense when police escorted Big Mo's son to the gravesite. He was brought up by state authorities from a Kentucky jail. He's currently waiting sentencing on a murder charge. He was found guilty of killing a cop.
The main concern naturally is the officer's safety when we're around the Outlaws and the funeral processions, because a lot of them are carrying knives and weapons.
There was no question about the guns. The gang performed one of its traditional funeral rituals. The funeral went off without a problem. There was no trouble at all. And Deborah, I got a chance to go over to the clubhouse and talk to a couple of the gang members. They wouldn't go on camera. They say they just want to keep a low profile. They're basically here to pay respect to Big Mo.
Had to be a pretty eerie feeling there.
A little bit
Tracy.
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you. It's raining again in eastern Ohio tonight as crews continue their search for victims of flash floods last week.
As we reported earlier, another body was found today in the Ohio River 5 miles downstream. The death toll now is 22.
The people killed in the floods and those still missing will be honored at a memorial tonight in Shadyside. News Center 7's Tracy Savage joins us now live. Tracy, even while they're getting ready for the memorial, there were more evacuations today, weren't there?
You're absolutely right, Deborah. The crisis is far from over here in Shadyside. It has been raining off and on all day, and with the flood watch in effect, the Ohio National Guard didn't want to take any chances. It evacuated the 2 areas that were hit last week, WHIO and Pipe Creek. About 150 residents were asked to leave. That area is not stable yet. Meanwhile, the work to get the homeless back on their feet is in full swing. The main push right now is to get state and federal dollars for these people. The Salvation Army and the Red Cross are providing such things as food and clothing. But you got to remember, these people lost everything. They're going to need a lot of money to rebuild. Ohio's Lieutenant Governor Paul Leonard spent the day here looking into that aspect of the relief effort. He joins me now live. Good evening, Lieutenant Governor. We have reports of some 400 homes either damaged or destroyed. Having spent the day looking around, can you make any promises to these people?
Well, we can promise them that we're going to stay on top of the situation. We're hoping that within 2 weeks after they make an application for federal money, they'll have federal money in their hand. And then we're going to try to get the process at the state level going as soon as possible. Less than 1% of these people had insurance, so there are a lot of people who are devastated.
Now, we saw the temporary office that was set up for these people to fill out applications. Can they expect any kind of obstacles, or is it going to be a smooth process?
Well, there's always bureaucratic obstacles, and that's why we're here to tell people who have never gone through a situation like this before that we're going to be willing to hold their hand, take them through the bureaucratic process, and get them help as soon as possible. A lot of these people are still dazed. Many have lost friends and families, and so after the grieving is over, we're going to be here to help.
Now, you spent the day here in Belmont County. You were also up in Jefferson County, which is just north of here. What kind of message are you going to take back to the state?
Well, I'm going to take this message back to the governor. As a matter of fact, I'll have a chance to talk to him tonight, that these people haven't even had a chance yet to cry, that there's still a lot of work to be done. But after they have finished crying, we're going to have a lot of work to do to help them get through this crisis.
The memorial service will be held here tonight at 8 o'clock. You will be here. The governor will be here. What kind of message will be coming from the governor to these people?
That this is a part of the state of Ohio that has been devastated in the past. They have been kicked in the teeth, but we're here to stay. That maybe God, in his strange way, is calling attention to a part of the state that needs a lot of tender love and care.
Okay, thank you very much, Lieutenant Governor Paul Leonard. Now, I also will be attending that ceremony. And you know, Deborah, Jim, I was here on Friday, and I saw the faces of these residents. They were all very much in shock. Today, though, the reality is setting in, the reality of all that they've lost. I can imagine tonight's ceremony will be very, very somber.
Tracy, the outpouring of help must be incredible there.
Oh, Jim, it's just a sight to see. There are folks from all over the country working for the Red Cross as volunteers. They're providing 3 meals a day to the people. They're helping to provide homes for these people. There are some 700 members of the Ohio National Guard working here, and they have been working almost nonstop, clearing the debris from the creeks and working out in the Ohio River as well.
I understand what they need now are donations of money, basically, for the Red Cross.
Absolutely.
Okay, Tracy Savage, thank you. Live in Shadyside, Ohio. They are, in fact, attempting to bring us live pictures from a hot air balloon. They should be floating around up there somewhere. Let's see if we can go out live and find them. Tracy, how's it going?
Just great, Jim. See the smile on my face? It gives it away. We've made it. We are now about, 1,500 feet floating over, what is that down there? I guess that's I-35. Certainly can't sneak up on anybody with this hot air balloon. It is so bright and colorful. You can see for miles from up here. You can also hear for miles from up here, other than the occasional blast of the propane tanks. That's your cue, Steve. Hit it.